going in his car. I am, in my thoughts, it may seem like I'm probably speaking to myself, but you just have to just know God hears you. He hears when you speak to Him, when you take out the time and you speak to Him. You're not on the phone chatting with your friends. You're not texting. You're not doing other things. You're just taking out the time to speak to God about what your thoughts are as to questions as to why different issues are what they are, and people refusing to reach a common understanding about anything for the purpose of, I would say, systematic things that sometimes, you can't really blame. A lot of these systematic things are in place that have people thinking too or for and against. So people take it personal between each other, between family, between friends. And the only way to change this is to put measures in place that also has the same influence, also reaches the same amount of people at the same amount of time, and then let the results be a judge. Nobody's perfect. We all caught up into this world, or was caught up into this whirlwind of who's in control. That's what I call it. A whirlwind of who is in control. Are you truly in control? Or are you truly in control and sure about your thoughts, your identity, your creator, your perception of the world, your feelings about being deceived from certain information? And because things are so bad, even though an ordinary person like me will probably, I feel like I'll be okay with knowing about information that's either was lost, or for I would say for if I was a powerful person and I thought it was just my responsibility to call the shots, make the shots for millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people. Yeah, I would think, I would feel like there would be some things that you couldn't tell a bunch of people that you felt like, are all at different levels of their understanding, all at different levels of their intellect, all at different levels of their nature, all at different levels of their self-sufficiency, all at different levels of just how much they care about being human, all at different levels about just so many different things. So yeah, I mean, I can understand why a lot of stuff is a secret, and at the same time, I can see how it's damaging, the damaging effects of that, because everything that has a cause has an effect. Everything that has an effect will have a cause. We're gonna see the effects of all of this coming around on us, that that people have been probably planning for years, or using their words power, their I am powers to accomplish pulling a lot of this stuff off. Because we're not living in a world where anything stopped. Okay? Like, you know, we live in a world where probably this is like our paradise. That's what I think personally. And true, we have come from a lot of things. Our ancestors have come from a lot of things, a lot of making mistakes and good things that were done, mistakes that were done, a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that were probably done. Now, why is it that you see a tremendous change between the tallest person and now, you know, we all regular sized people? And we don't know the past of what happened with all of that to get to where we are today. I think it's just got some people stressed out. You know, it's got some people stressed out. You know, identity is, I just think that that's a natural struggle for everybody, no matter who you are. Identity, somewhere down the line, you come in contact with your identity. You learn your identity. You accept your identity. But that's all the good things. The bad things that, you know, you struggle with accepting it. You struggle with you know, that how other people perceive your identity to look to them, and then they try to define it to you as to that's who you are, and because it, you know, to make you feel bad or to just make you feel less than what you are, and you buy it. You know, you don't deliberately buy it. You just feel like you just, you know what I'm saying, you're already struggling with your identity. You're already struggling with being accepted. So you buy into it. Because I don't think nobody actually really wants to agree to anything bad or negative. I just think that because the way things are systematically everywhere, you buy into it because you feel like you have no choice. You have no choice. You have no room. You have no space to pretty much make a choice. So we're taking away choices in what we're doing. And we're trying to do it. We're trying to say that we're doing it for good reason. We're trying to say we're trying to say we're doing it for good purpose, even without telling people. You know, manipulating things and systematic putting certain things in place where people just gonna see that as a reality because we have the power to let's say we have the power to create whatever reality that we want ourselves to collectively live in at the same time as a large group of people. But what if that reality needs some twerking? You know, what if that reality needs some things to be adjusted? What if that reality needs many changes? Are we up for this? Have things gotten so worse to where, you know, people have given up and people have said, well, we're just going to pray. We're just going to keep talking about, you know, how to identify a lot of these things. And while all these people are talking about how to identify these things, nobody's talking about how to resolve them. How to resolve them. How you resolve, you know, these different things, you know, that you know are haunting people in their thoughts. You know, people not sleeping. People not going to sleep and then waking up and feeling like, wow, you know, damn, this is a beautiful world. Goodness. I mean, it's like when I woke up this morning, it's like the sun. I don't know if it's just because of the area where I'm living here in Pennsylvania. Just in this winter, it's you know, it's the beginning of the winter time here. It just seems like the sun is. It just seems like when I wake up or when I walk outside into you know, at midday, like 11 or 12 o'clock, it's like, man, I don't know. It's like the sun just making everything look beautiful. It just, the way it's shining, it just makes me look beautiful, feel beautiful. Even if I wasn't even looking or feeling beautiful, it just seems like it just seems like that's how I feel. How I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm feeling this by myself. I don't know if other people around me are feeling it. But it's, trust me, it feels like, even though when I can look around and find some things that are just like trees with no leaves and probably buildings that don't look too cute, and some places that don't look too cute, yet I still feel like, man, it's just a whole bunch of things in a world that's beautiful. You know, I don't care, even if it's flat, even if it's a dome we live in, it's a beautiful world for a creator or someone to leave this for us at our disposal to do a lot of things that we're doing with it and not doing with it in this world. And I don't know, it's like, it's almost kind of like we caught up into believing our own hype so much. We might accidentally bring ourselves into our own destruction. And this world gonna still be here. Now that would be messed up. You know, to bring ourselves into the complete interpretations of the Bible, when it starts talking about, you know, 144,000 people chosen, and that's it. That means everybody else is not relevant. It's not relevant to them being a part of that group. And what if some people really believe that wholeheartedly, and according to them, it just says wreak havoc and control until that day comes, because that day is coming, because we haven't really figured out what to do about the ignorance part. We haven't really figured out what to safely do about all the things that were implemented against people, by people, acting as boogeymen and boogie women. And, you know, every time I even think, I just think about that. You know, I'm not worried about myself. You know, I'm not concerned about me. You know, I'm not feeling like, gosh, man, I would just, you know, I just wish I had millions and millions and billions of dollars and I can be in that 144. No, I would rather just, I would have a better chance, you know, having faith that maybe I'm a part of that group. Just having more faith in it. And then if it happens, it happens. If I'm chosen, I'm chosen. If I'm not chosen, then I know that I still feel like my spirit and my soul is going to be in a good place when it's no longer in this body. Especially, you know, if at times, you know, some of the times all that was perceived from the outside in this body from people were at any time any negative thing that was perceived. You know, I apologize for that, because that's not inwardly, that's not what how I want to be perceived, you know, and to anyone, you know, that, you know, in any negative type light, because not because I just want people's good grace to look at me that way, it's because I don't feel that way about myself. You know, I don't feel that way about myself, you know, and you know, if I ever did, I did whatever I could, whatever that was necessary, you know, whatever that was necessary. Fasting, I did a lot of praying, meditation, and I did these things because, like, yes, you know, I'm not comfortable with no demon existing on the inside of me. I'm not comfortable with somebody else in control besides me. I'm not comfortable with other thoughts intervening into my thoughts that's allowing me to put myself in bad places. You know, or thinking bad thoughts about people, you know, because, like, you know, you just really, you know, a lot of times you just can't really pay attention to a lot with people because you don't know which perception you really looking at when you deal with some people, because they they have different reasons for hiding different perceptions about who they really are. I mean, everybody, I think, goes through that, you know, identity struggle. It goes back to just having certain identity struggles. You know, I mean, I'm not for them, because I've seen a lot of people suffer from identity crisis, have an identity crisis. They suffer in bad ways. You know, I've been to meetings, you know, in support of other people from alcohol to drugs, and it's a struggle. It's like a really struggle. It's like a struggle, and there and to see them and to listen to all of these individual stories, it made me feel like, wow. And I maybe felt like I struggled with that, like for a short period, you know. And I never thought back on it, you know. I never think back on it. And when you never start thinking back on things anymore, and then you hear how much longer and harder the struggle is for another individual that had the same struggle, you know, that's when I got lost. I was just thinking like, God, what the hell could I say in this meeting, you know, that would be beneficial to anyone here that have probably suffered and still suffering with identity more than I have ever had to suffer with it and deal with it myself. And man, I was nervous. I was nervous because I thought there was nothing I could say, and it was going to soon be my turn to say something, to offer something. And that was rough, man. That was really rough. And my heart goes out to all those individuals, those men that, you know, gave up a testimony. So there you go. And I'm stuck in traffic, so I got a little time to burn. And so, you know, I know that, you know, this is normal for out here in Pennsylvania. Sometimes, you know, you get stuck in traffic. I mean, you know, people probably, I hope nobody not on the phone doing a recording and they just holding up traffic. That would be kind of messed up. I mean, I wouldn't even do nothing like that. I'm just taking advantage of just chill time to kind of meditate and just talk about some things that's on my mind in relation to sharing moments. You know, it's a book that I've been inspiring myself to write, to finish writing, and I've titled it Sharing Moments, because we don't have that anymore. I mean, people are not doing that anymore. People are not sharing moments. People are feeling like, if I share something, oh my God, you're gonna hold it against me. Oh, it's gonna blah 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 blah. Well, I say don't share anything, you know, personal. You know, evaluate what you wanna share with people before you share it with yourself first, and then, like, you know, I mean, turn it into a sharing moment. When it becomes a sharing moment, the purpose of you even saying anything about it is for the purpose of someone seeing, you know, some type of self-gratification from hearing your story. And so that's what a sharing moment is. You know, it's strictly a positive thing. It's strictly good energy. It's strictly like a good frequency that you can see yourself like beyond when you have the time for it. So yeah, you know, and I can talk, you know, I can speak on some things in regards to you know, frequency, you know, like, you know, practicing, you know, how we turn our frequencies up and down, high and low, in regards to other, you know, to other people, you know, in regards to listening to other people or communicating with different people. And the reason why I think we need to make adjustments to a lot of things is because, you know, that's the human side of us. The human side of us is badly want to make adjustments. And maybe the alien side of us, I said it. But maybe the alien side of us, you know, is you know, these two sides are fighting against each other, and I think that if these two sides are truly a part of of who we are, then we need to figure out how to stop fighting. We need to figure out how to stop fighting. And when we figure out how to stop fighting, we're going to mess around and make somebody out of a liar. I don't know if it's going to be the devil. I don't know if it's going to be Lucifer. I don't know if it's going to be whoever it's going to be. These different names, these people calling these different entities, are creatures, are spirits, are, you know, whoever they, you know, they claim to be who they are. That's how you make them out of a liar. That's how you you make all these things out of a liar. Instead of trying to shut it down, let's just reverse it. You know, just make them out of a liar based on we showing them that we believe that, yes, this is a paradise and we are God's children. Therefore, we have a lot of correcting to do on our behalf all over the world, all over the world where people exist. And we're going to make a continuous, effortless effort to put more of our energy and time into seeing these changes come about and reorganizing our evolution and our outcome. So, because all you can do is just reorganize. If an outcome is just destined to happen anyway, then all we can do is just reorganize things. And if we reorganize things, everything that we're doing, even when it's happening, I just think that will work. I just think that will work. And then we could just look up and just say that worked. And you know, a lot of what I'm saying is limited because of the amount of information that I am not privy to. Because you can't process a solution if you don't have certain information. You can't give an opinion about something if you don't really have the proper information that you need. To me, I just feel that way, and I just feel like I'm limited on different things that I can suggest as an individual, as a creation of God, as to how to help resolve things because of information that I'm not privileged to know, or information is given to us, like, you know, before it lasts, and instead of during. You know, you don't have to give me information first, but I mean, at some point, pass the information over to me, what happened, or what's going on, and that's fine, you know. But to just deliberately, you know, have a lot of systematic things in place where people think that they're accessing information in real time, and they're not. Thinking they know history that happened in certain real time, and it's not. It happened. You know, maybe it happened in the real time that if it would have been observed, or it happened in the type of real time if it would have been observed, or many people would have known about it. Certain bad incidents probably would have never happened, and that makes you think that, well, that means nobody. I mean, it almost sounds like nobody. It sounds like nobody's safe. But even the person that makes us feel like we don't know if we're safe or not knows that we feel that way. And they probably feel that way too, you know. So I mean, I've been doing like a lot of research into a lot of different things, documentaries of things that people are putting out about the flat earth theory, and things that people are putting out about, you know, the Bible, you know, and things that people are putting out about about deceptions with the Illuminati and stuff like that. And what else? Did I leave something out? Did I leave something out? Oh, the end of the world situation. The different, a lot of the end of the world documents and whatnot. You know, you can't discount a lot of that stuff is mixed with truth. A lot of that stuff is mixed with truth and false perception. So if it's mixed with truth and false perception, then, you know, about if you're just being funny, you say, so you believe it, but then you don't kind of believe it. You believe things, then you don't kind of believe things. So that's confusing to certain people, and then to other people for personal gain, it's not. It's not, you know. I mean, there's a lot. I think there are a lot of people that's wealthy because they're not gonna question it. They're not gonna question that. You know, why is that? Why was that logic the answer on how people were going to evolve and communicate back and forth and do different things. And you know just as well as good that it can't be the answer, because you have so many people that are independently minded that you know truly have a God spirit on the inside of them that can't be compromised. A God's mind that their thoughts cannot be controlled. And at the same time, they humble to help guide you into better thoughts, having better thoughts for yourself about a lot of things, about changes, about God. And we need a lot of these people to come back that are strong-minded, that don't conform to any type of schisms or words or perceptions that inevitably are false perceptions. So and it's weird, man. It's like everything is in plain sight. What either happened or did not happen to this world and this planet, and stuff like that, that's pretty much in plain sight. Why people are in so much contention with one another and disassociation, that's happening in the light. I mean, that's not in the dark. I mean, everything is happening in plain sight. That's in plain sight. Everything is in plain sight. It's weird, because how could something in plain sight be misunderstood for what it is? You know what I'm saying? And something make-believe and false is considered to be what it is. How is that possible? Like, that's almost like weird. Like, thinking like people are systematically living in a different dimension in their mind, but we all living in the same world. And then you have the people that are living in the perception that can commonly be understood, and it looks like exactly what it is, are the ones to fear. That's you know, that's amazing. And you don't know what's the answer. Not even if like I'm saying what I'm saying. Just because I'm saying what I'm saying, it doesn't mean what I said is the answer. Just identifying it is going to help, because it may help a few people, but if some other people are going to say, well, that's just his opinion. It is my opinion. But at the same time, it can be your opinion, It can be your thoughts. All you got to do is just meditate on it day and night for 40 days. I guarantee you it'll stick. You know, I think a lot of us need to use that 40-day method Jesus used. And that's all it takes for anything that we feel like is that we just don't want on the inside of us. You know, we don't want it on the inside of us. That's of our temple. This is our temple. This is our responsibility to take care of our temple. That's like it's the earth's responsibility to take care of its temple for us. And we take care of our temple with our own bodies, for ourselves, and then for others around us. So that when you living in a house with everybody who take care of their body, and then this other person living in a house where everybody really isn't, do you think they're gonna have the same outcomes? No. So people, we acting like we don't perceive this. And we do perceive it, but then we feel like, why is it my moral responsibility to help them? Why they can't help themselves? So that's like asking why God created you, then why God created him. You can't answer that question. God created both of y'all. So if God did it, that means maybe you need to fucking help him. That means if God care, you can care. That's what I really wanted to say. Yeah, so scratch that curse word. But I don't know what happened. I got emotional on that part. But and you only do it, you know, based on that example I just gave. You don't do it because you're just trying to be this awesomely nice person, or you got guilt and all this other stuff, or you want, you know, you gotta get to a place where you know why you're helping. You got to know why you're helping. Even though it's going to probably give you gifts and different things like that and oohs and ahs, because you can't really stop that. You can't really stop that. You can't. I just think that a lot of those things are just kind of automatic because of nature. But you have to know why you're doing it, like for your soul, for your conscience, for your thoughts. You know, I mean, you can't really stop the body, you know, from receiving whatever it wants to receive, because that's a body. Because, you know, this is, you know, it's a body. But your spirit, your soul, yes, you can make sure that it has the right thoughts on why it's doing what it's doing in regards to helping. In regards to helping and helping someone and being there for someone and saying you love someone. So that way we change the perception of our words